I'm Abigail Bruyere, and this is my business plan presentation. So the idea behind this business is pretty simple. It takes imperfect produce that may not look perfect on the outside, like slightly bruised or irregular vegetables, and turns them into preserves and pickled products. Instead of letting that food go to waste, it gets reused in a way that still creates value. This is important because a lot of food is thrown out just based on appearance, even though it's still completely safe to eat. So the business is built around reducing food waste while also creating something that people actually want to buy. The product is meant to feel homemade, local, and high quality while still being affordable. Everything is made in small batches, which helps keep it consistent and also manageable as a one-person business. The pricing is positioned in the middle, so it's more unique than a grocery store product, but not as expensive as a premium specialty brand. So the value comes from the balance between quality, affordability, and the sustainability aspect behind it. This business would operate at the Market at the Village in Niagara-on-the-Lake. This is a strong location because it attracts both local customers and tourists. That's important because it creates a steady flow of people throughout the season. Tourists are more likely to buy products like preserves as gifts or souvenirs, while local customers are more likely to return on a regular basis. So having both these groups helps keep the demand consistent and supports ongoing sales of the business. Now, the market for jams and preserves in Niagara is already extremely competitive with several established vendors. Most of them focus on traditional jam products though, so instead of competing directly, this business focuses on being different. The biggest difference is the use of imperfect produce, along with a stronger focus on pickled vegetables. So rather than competing on size and variety, the business stands out by offering something more unique and purpose-driven. The marketing strategy is simple and low cost. The first approach is sampling at the market so customers can try the product before buying. This helps reduce hesitation and makes people more likely to purchase. The second strategy is social media, especially platforms like Instagram and TikTok. These are useful because the product is very visual and it's easy to show both the process and the final result, which helps attract attention and it brings in new customers. This business is designed as a sole proprietorship, meaning it's run by one person. The production process is kept simple and consistent, so it's manageable. Each batch produces 24 jars, and the process includes preparing the produce, making the brine, filling the jars, and sealing them. Everything is done in small batches to maintain quality and control costs. Because the process is repeatable and doesn't require complex equipment, it makes the business realistic to run on a weekly basis. Financially, the business performs strongly for a small-scale operation. The cost per jar is about $2.40, and each jar sells for $8, which creates a strong margin. This margin is important because it allows the business to remain profitable, even when sales are lower at the beginning of the season. The business breaks even early in week 3, which means it starts generating profit fairly quickly after this point. Over the full 20-week season, the projected profit is approximately $4,400. So overall, the numbers show that the business is not only sustainable, but also profitable. Overall, this business idea works because it keeps things simple, keeps costs low, and offers something that people actually care about. It combines affordability, sustainability, and a strong local focus, which aligns well with what customers are looking for at a farmer's market. So in the end, Perfectly Imperfect Preserves is a realistic and profitable idea that could actually be implemented on a small scale. Thank you for watching my presentation on Perfectly Imperfect Preserves. I hope you enjoy and have a great rest of your day.